What's going on, Gundam and anime fans? It's your favorite builder, Ohmywingz, in the video, and today we gotta talk about Gundam Witch from Mercury Season 2, Episode 4. If you haven't watched the episode, make sure you watch the episode because there are going to be spoilers. If you watched this already, great, keep watching, and if not, you should watch the episode and come back to it. Now, a lot has happened, and this was an episode focusing more on Prospera and more of a plan, and as well as more of the adult sides, I feel like, for in terms of the behind the scenes. You know, it starts off with the episode with Belle was kind of accusing Prospera about becoming in the Gundam, right? And she was kind of disgusted. But little did she know, or I guess more like she forgot, that she's also part of these horrible experience, because it's not even just because she's made enhanced humans, which is like basically like cyber new types, so she's kind of already done the same thing and just as guilty as Prospera is. And it's crazy because she's like, oh yeah, I'm not that great, but then she realized, holy crap, she's actually a really terrible person as well. That's why she was basically starting with all the Alon experiments, and those are the ones that kept like dying and then recloning and coming back again. Begs the question, is Belle part of the prologue? Do you see her? Was she part of those experiments or helping out with everything? We don't know. I mean, it's kind of implied that she was kind of during that time for the prologue, so yes, in a way, yeah, she was part of all that. So after that, you kind of find the truth and what's been going on, and of course they go back to the terrorist attack of what happened at the school. I guess they talk more about that, and it kind of gives an idea of the Shadik's plan and what's happening. So it looks like Shadik is not trying to team up with anyone, he's just going to become president or whatever. He's going for like the top goal, right, to basically just taking over. Finally returns and comes back, and she goes back to the school, and you know, basically she gets everything taken care of. Interesting about when they say Cecilia in the episode talks about the princess's birthday. So who is this princess we're talking about? I thought it was Mio at first, but it looks like it was referring to, she's looking at the Gundam, and this is the Duriel, I guess. So people were speculating that she might pilot the Schwarzitz Gundam. I hope not, because I don't know, I feel like Gruel definitely deserves to pilot it, and I think he is. But if she pilots it, it's kind of random of why she would pilot it. So I think at most she'll probably pilot the Red Delenza, probably. That's what I personally think. I don't think she's very significant. I don't know why, but I'm still wondering if Martin, the bold cut guy, is going to suffer somehow, because he kind of ratted them out, you know, from the few episodes ago. So I don't know if he's, I think it's gonna happen. I feel like, you know, I kind of wish Choo Choo did something about that, but I don't know. I guess we have to keep watching, right? As we fast forward after, of course, Nika is, you know, fine, still injured, but she's fine now, and it looks like she's kind of made her resolve and decision on what she wants to do in the future, but she still wants to help out, make sure everyone has peace. So that's kind of like what she wants to do. This is the best part, because Alon tries to go into the aerial rebuild. It doesn't work, because when he goes inside, the aerial Gundam is already going through the permanent scores in his brain, or his mind, I guess. And it was crazy. Not one Aerie, but like 10 of them were in there. And it kind of makes me feel like, the theory was like basically they were cloning a bunch of Aeries to the point where they just all got sucked into the aerial Gundam. So it's crazy, that thing. So the scene was amazing, because it was so funny, because Alon's like, okay, I'm just gonna go in, and she's like, oh crap, you know, and like he gets basically mind effed, and then they push him out of the suit. So I guess if you're trying to steal an aerial Gundam rebuild, yeah, it's probably not gonna work, because yeah, it's gonna control you. Then of course Belle's there saying, hey, you know, it's not gonna work, and then basically goes back to him being guilty again, saying like, okay, well, you're the one who freaking caused all this, you know, like you're the one. So it's that it's that thing that they always talk about in Gundam, where it's like the adults, it's always the adults' fault basically, and the kids are just kind of like, okay, well, we're just following you, but you're using us, and it's kind of your fault. Gruel finally comes back, and obviously Gruel is a lot more calm and more mature, and it seems like he's really calmed down and has some time to think, obviously, from the last episode. So he finds out, you know, like they don't know that he actually killed his dad, so he was like, oh crap, they don't know. Of course, his little brother is super excited and happy, and you find out one of the bullies, I think it's Petra or something like that, she ends up being this one. She ends up being like the assistant or something like that. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. Okay, so she kind of promoted. So I guess more sometimes as a bully you rise, you know, depending on you go. And as you can see, Gruel was kind of bullying, you know, he turned out okay. So as we go through the episode, obviously Mio is about to talk to Soletta, and they kind of have a heart-to-heart moment, and it works. It really does. It gets to the point where, like, okay, it's just really nice where they're saying, okay, Mio goes, hey, I'm so sorry that I blamed you, even though you're just trying to save me. And then but Soletta had to open her mouth and go, oh yeah, well, mom knew you were gonna say that. And she goes, what? And he's like, yeah, mom predicted that you were just gonna do that. And then that's when Mio gets all sus. Bjorn goes like, hey, what, you know, are you saying that, like, whatever your mom says you're gonna listen? Even she said, hey, just basically quit the school and you'll listen. And then Soletta goes, yeah, basically. And this gets Mio super fired up. She's pissed. So she goes up to Prospera in the end, and what happens is she goes, hey, you know, why are you using your daughter like that, right? But Prospera goes, hey, well, did you know that your dad was the one that basically killed all of us? Most of us. We're the only survivor, and Mio had no idea. So then she kind of basically just goes over the plan that, like, hey, your dad's the one that caused all this. But if you want me to let Soletta not be part of it, hey, why don't you just become the president, and then we'll handle it. And then go back to the, you know, the thing that Mio says, it's really crazy, is that she mentions about she says, hey, but let Soletta stay out of this. If you read the novel, Eri actually mentions something, says like something very similar. It's like, hey, you know, let's Soletta out of this. We can take revenge together, but she doesn't need part of it. And this is something that Mio and Eri technically have in common. And I think this is going to be very important, and I think it's interesting because Mio, if you guys remember, Mio actually piloted the Gundam Ariel for the first time in the first episode, and nothing happened. And I think this is something because the chemistry of Mio and Eri kind of, like, you know, it's basically like Eri likes her, so she knows, right? And that's just a theory on the top of my head, is that, like, you know, they can sense that, and she can tell that Mio was a good person. But that's another video I want to get into later on. But basically that happens, and it's crazy. So yeah, this episode was definitely one of those things where it's like, holy crap, you know, this is a really good episode, and yeah, we just want more and more. So yeah, anyways, well, what have you guys thoughts? If you guys like this episode, and make sure you put that like, thumbs up below, watch, comment, subscribe, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Hey, I was watching that.